Hey everyone, we're back again for another Dokkan battle video. So, God Goku details have dropped. I'm sure you've seen the animations, like they're here, right? On Twitter, they're on Instagram, they're on YouTube. I'm sure a bunch of YouTubers have already posted the animations. They're amazing. They look really clean. Both the Banner Unit Vegeta, right, and the Dokkanfest God Goku, who de-transforms into Super Saiyan Goku. Animations look good. The dub is actually good for "I will not let you destroy my world," so that's really cool. I'm glad we actually got a good dub of that because if it was bad, people probably would have rioted, right? Probably, but it's good, so that's good, right? So I'm here to break down the units. Let's discuss them. Let's see how good Dokkanfest God Goku actually is. Now I have seen the details already. I'm just gonna break them down for everyone else who may not have seen them. He's utterly busted. So let's get into him. Here he is. His TUR art is pretty cool. It's pretty good. I think I prefer his SSR art. It's so good. His SSR art is incredible. But his TUR art is still quite good. So yeah, let's discuss him. So he's super physical straight away, right? Super physical is a pretty good typing from the B, I think. We don't have a top tier God Goku that's physical, right? And they're easying the STR one. We have LR Int God Goku, who's pretty good as well, and Tech God Goku, who's going to be always relevant against movie bosses and pure Saiyan enemies. So yeah, like we did need physical AGL really, and I do think they're pretty easying the AGL one too. AGL God Goku, the one from Determined to Power. So yeah, I think physical probably was the best choice for him. Plus, physical isn't the strongest typing right now. The last physical unit or super physical unit we got, I believe, was Beast Gohan, who like is pretty good. And actually, we'll get on to Beast Gohan later. But I think this is gonna be a very good team for him. But yeah, let's jump into some details here. Hopefully, you can read this. I think I can zoom in if I do this a little bit. Is it working? Is the quality getting better, guys? Can you read that? I feel like it's not getting better. I feel like it's not. I'm gonna zoom back out. It doesn't seem to be working for me because it looks the exact same. Anyways, doesn't matter. I'll just read. Oh, okay. I'll go back. I'll just read the details and then you guys can kind of get it here. So he does the pure and hybrid Saiyans for 3 key 170. That is a ridiculously strong leader skill, even at 170%. Pure and hybrid Saiyans is basically nearly every superclass unit in the game, bar some duo units and like the fusions. Like basically every other superclass unit is there. Like I mean, you don't like. I guess there's not that many good non-Saiyan superclass units that aren't, bar like the fusions and some duo units, right? Like like physical Goku and Piccolo, or like Goku and Gohan, or Vegeta and Trunks. Those type of guys, bar them, and fusions. Like you basically have every good superclass unit. I mean, there is some non-good Saiyan units, but let's be honest, superclass is mainly dominated by pure and hybrid Saiyans. So 3 key 170, ridiculously strong leader skill. The extra 30% is for Power of Wishes and Exploding Rage, which isn't the best, but it's still strong. There's some still really good units on Exploding Rage and Power of Wishes, right? Also, this God Goku is introducing the Power of Wishes category to Global. That's the 8th year anniversary LR's new category, Power of Wishes, which is like pretty strong, but it definitely needs more buffs. But it's gonna get them, especially when we get the 8 years on global, right? So, yeah. So it's a strong leader skill for sure. It's definitely like this team, like just the pure hybrid Saiyans team with this. It's like a top 3 team in the game. It's utterly monstrous. Like let's not joke around here. It's dumb. And we'll look at links here since they're down here. Super Saiyan Shocking Speed, Warrior Gods, Godly Power, Over in a Flash, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle. I mean, you have 3 key links, right? Like, you have Over in a Flash, Shocking Speed, Prepare for Battle. You couldn't really ask for much more than that in terms of key. I mean, if you really wanted him to have, like, literally every good key link possible, I guess you could give him Saiyan Lineage over one of the God links. But I don't think he needs it, honestly. Like this, it's ridiculous, right? Because every good Saiyan unit basically is covered here, right? Like Beast Gohan and like the LR Super Saiyan Force have shocking speed. Most Saiyans do prepare for battle, like HLLR Gohan, Vegeta and Trunks, the Carnival Gokus, all that kind of thing. And then Over in a Flash works with the fusions, right? Because you could rock this guy on like the fusion categories, like on like Realm of Gods or something, right? That's quite fusion heavy. And he's going to link with the Blue Fusions, who did Easy A on JP, and they're utterly monstrous over there. So this guy's going to work well with them. You know, he's going to work with the Blue Fusions. He's going to work with the LR Gods as well. Like this guy's link set is basically perfect. I don't think I'd change anything about it. Like again, you could add Saint Lineage, I guess, but I don't think it's the biggest deal. Okay, so his passive is pretty dumb. So he gets his entrance animation, which gives him 100% attack when performing a super attack, which is multiplicative, obviously, so it's very strong. As well as randomly changing key spheres of a certain type to physical. Again, he is physical, so yeah. Bar physical key spheres to physical, yeah. And then to get this, he does this for 6 turns, and to do this, you need to have 6 or more superclass allies on the team, which is very easy. He is pure and hybrid Saiyans. You know what I mean? Like, that's a very super class heavy lineup. The only pure and hybrid things you're kind of leaving out there is what, like Broly, Paragus, and like Majin Vegeta. I guess and Turles as well. But I don't see you running really any of those units on this category anyway. So I don't think it matters. But yeah, so let's get into his actual passive and just pass his intro here. So he gives himself 2 ki and 150% attack and defense start turn, which is strong. Does he need to give himself ki? No. It's nice that he does, but like when you have over the flash, prayer battle, and shocking speed, I don't see you struggling for ki on like any rotation really. So yeah, but you know the 2 ki could be nice. He gets an extra 50% attack and defense when attacking, which is pretty strong. So that's another attack multiplicative buff and multiplicative defense. So that's pretty good. He does have a 30% chance to dodge, which is you know fine. People seem to like disregard 30% chance to dodge. I don't like go crazy over it myself either, but it is useful, you know, just having the extra 30%. You can be just like, oh, that was a 30% chance to dodge. You know, it's a nice thing to kind of tack on to an already strong kit. You know what I mean? Like, does he need it? No. Like, most units don't need 30% chance to dodge. But if you just tack it on, like, let's just say, I don't know, look at Beast Gohan, right? If he just had 30% chance to dodge, like, on his kit, that'd be pretty good. It would help him defensively, right? After his guard wears out. It's just something, like, you're not going to rely on it, but you'd be like, okay, every now and again, it'll dig you out of a hole. So I think that could be useful. But it's different with this God Goku, because we'll keep reading and we'll explain. So he gets an extra 50% attack and defense, and an extra 30% chance to dodge when collecting 3 or more key spheres. So, yeah. Okay. So he's getting 50% attack, 150% attack and defense start of turn. He's getting another 50% attack and defense when attacking. And he's getting another 50% attack and defense when collecting 3 key spheres, as well as an extra 30% chance to dodge. Now, I'm not sure of the way this is going to work into the kit. I'm not sure if this is 30 plus 30, so it's 60%, or it's 2 separate 30% chances, like Yamcha, for example, Dokkanfest Yamcha and JP. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to assume it goes together and it's a 60% chance to dodge, which if it is, that's obviously very strong. It's better than a 50% chance to dodge, but not quite the great chance to dodge. So, it's very strong though, like 60% chance to dodge, as well as like all his multiplicative buffs and the orb changing. It's very strong. But he gets more dumb, because he launches a guaranteed additional super, and he gets guard when you get 6 or more key spheres. I'm not sure if people realize how broken that is. Guard, dodge. Guard and dodge. Just 2 of the strongest mechanics in the game. Defensive mechanics, right? Because the 4 big defensive mechanics, right, is defense stacking, guard, damage reduction, and dodge. Did I mess that up? Dodge, damage reduction, guard, and stacking. And maybe I messed that up the first time. But anyway, they're the 4. I mean, he has access to 2 right here. He's got guard and he's got dodge. And then he also gets an extra 50% attack for the rest of battle once he performs 4 super attacks, which will be very easy since he's multiple supering with 6 or more key spheres. And he's creating his own orbs, by the way. So that's very strong, just in case anyone's interested. It's very strong. But yeah, that's him. That's this guy right here. If we move on, you can see that he has an active skill, right? Which is Saiyan who absorbed the power of a god. This is when he like de-transforms into Super Saiyan. He does have a separate kit, so we'll go over that in a second here. But he can be active from the 5th turn after he does 4 more super attacks, which isn't too bad. It's also a guaranteed crit, and then he transforms. So this is, I believe, the first mechanic where it's both an attack and a transformation. Or a de-transformation in this case. But I think that's the first time that's happened. I don't think there's another unit who does that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's the only one. But yeah. Also, look how many teams he's buffing. He's buffing like every super. Well, just every team. Like, you can run him everywhere. He's got like 6 200% leader skills, I think. I checked earlier. It's something like 6. But yeah, it's very dumb. Oh yeah, and he also stacks attack and defense, which means his active skill is going to hit harder. And it also means, with I was talking about the 4 big mechanics, the 4 big defensive mechanics, he's up 3 out of 4. Dodge, guard, and stacking. It's dumb. He's stacking defense, which means he's going to be untouchable. And then it also means, I don't know, since he's stacking attack, he's going to be hitting harder, and his active skill, which is a guaranteed crit, is going to hit pretty hard as well. Yeah, like, I don't know what they were thinking, right? Like, this God Goku is ridiculous. There is more to him, so we'll get to that in a second, but yeah, he's just, he's ridiculous, you know? Like, this is dumb. He's a dumb guy. Let's keep going, though, because there is more to him. It's not just this. We do have him de-transformed into Super Saiyan Goku right here. So, obviously, leader skill doesn't change. His link set does change a little bit. He loses his God links and over in a flash for Kamehameha Golden Warrior experienced fighters, which is pretty good. Pretty good link set, you know. Does lose over in a flash, so maybe if you're working with the blue fusions, for example, you wouldn't want to transform, but I don't really... Before we even read the kit, I will tell you that his God form is better than his Super Saiyan form. I mean, shock, right? But it is. So, I feel like this transformation is like a finishing blow kind of thing. It's like, okay, well, we just need burst damage like really quickly right here. We can do this to do it, you know, kind of as a finishing blow for near the end of the fight, because a lot of times you probably don't want to transform into Super Saiyan Goku. Like, he's not bad, by the way. He's still very good, but God Goku's so much stronger. His super attack effect is raise attack and defense for 1 turn with a medium chance of stunning. I mean, a stun is basically pointless at this point. You're not gonna have it a lot of the time. It's not gonna help you that much. But the 30% attack and defense is obviously good. Anyways, his passive. So he guarantees crits for the first 3 turns, and he's super effective against all types from the 4th turn. So which is, you know, pretty good. And then he gives himself 2 ki and 159% attack and defense, and then 100% attack and defense on super, and a 70% chance to dodge before he attacks. And then also launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super. So he can do a lot of burst damage right here. And he still can be good defensively. Also, all his attack and defense that you carried over from God Goku does carry over to this Goku, making him very strong. You know, so, yeah. How good is God Goku overall? Ridiculously dumb. Like, probably a top 5 unit overall in the game, something like that. Maybe, yeah, he's probably like 5th, 6th, somewhere around there. I do think he is better than the Gammas. I think he's comfortably better than them too. And Dokkanfest Kid Goku. I think there's a small gap between... Well, there's a gap. It's not huge, but I think there is a gap between this guy and like the Gammas and Kid Goku. Like they just went all out for this guy, you know what I mean? Like if we compare him to like who just came out in JP, which is Super 17... This guy is just... He makes Super 17 look like a child. You know what I mean? Super 17 is nothing compared to him. And we just got Bardock on Global. Like, this guy makes Bardock look like a joke as well. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. God Goku is just absolutely ridiculous. But he's not alone. We do have this Super Saiyan Vegeta. So let me go over him real quick as well. And then, yeah, we'll finish up. He's tech. I actually didn't even know he was tech. Because no one's been talking about... He's typing. But yeah, people have told me he's good. And when you read his kit, it's pretty obvious that he's good. But yeah, let's go over it. So we'll go over his link set real quick. His leader skill doesn't matter. It is Exploding Rage 3. He went up 30, but it doesn't make any difference. These units aren't leaders. So his link set, Golden Warrior, Saiyan Warrior Race, Prodigy, Super Saiyan, Royal Lineage, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle. It's what you'd expect. It's nothing crazy. These are, you know, Vegeta links. Anyways, he's passive though. 3 ki, 200% attack and defense at the start of turn. Very strong. Guards for the first 5 turns. Very strong again. I mean, we know how good guard is for the first few opening turns. And again, content isn't long right now, so 5 turns of guard is good. That's most of the fight, if not all of it. So, yeah. Anyways, moving on. We do have he gets an additional 40% attack and defense every time he gets hit, up to 200%. So he needs to get hit 5 times, which is not bad. And then he gives all allies 30% attack and defense. He's self excluded here, and all enemies get a 20% attack debuff for 2 turns after this character receives 3 hits in battle, once only. Because since it's like an in-turn buff, I believe it's a lot much bigger than 30%. I believe it does work like a B-pan kind of buff, which is obviously very dumb. It means he's going to be hitting that passive is going to be that support is going to be very strong. Lastly, we do have a super attack effect, which is just raise attack for 1 turn, which is not that incredible, but it's basically pretty shit actually, but it doesn't matter. What should be noted though is his active skill to transform into Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, which can be activated from the 5th turn after he gets hit 6 or more times in battle. Not ideal, but you'll get it, you know what I mean? Like, it's strong enough. You do 5 turns to get it anyway, and he's got his guard for those 5 turns, so he should be fine. I don't think he'll let you down defensively or anything. He's on a bunch of categories here as well, as you can see. Like, he's buffing a bunch of teams. It's helpful. This Vegeta is good. But let's get into his transformed state right here. This guy. His things don't change, obviously. But his passive does, which is 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. He's got a high chance to crit and a guaranteed additional. There's a 50% chance to be a super for the first 3 turns, which is obviously quite strong. Gives himself 3 key and 200% attack and defense start of turn. He gets another 100% attack and defense on super. He's got guard guaranteed now. It's not wearing out or anything. He's got an additional 50% attack and defense and launches an additional attack. There's a 50% chance to be a super when he does a super attack, right? And then he has a 20% chance to crit against movie bosses. So it's going to be pretty good against the movie boss Red Zone, right? Because that's still, there's still some tough fights in there. Bojack is still a tough fight. Janemba can be alright. Broly is obviously the hardest fight in there. And then the Wicked Bloodline has some as well, right? Wicked Bloodline has Final Form Cooler, Metal Cooler Core. Cell Max is a movie boss as well. So yeah, no, there's still some decent options you can get in where this 20% chance to crit could be helpful. Like, because of all of his buffs here, I think this Vegeta could actually put up some decent stats here. Nothing ridiculous, but he's going to be strong for sure. But yeah, this banner unit Vegeta is very strong as well. I'd probably have him in the top 3 banner units. A super good defensive unit with good damage. So we take these. And he's a support before he transforms, which is obviously very, very cool. So yeah, overall, what do I think of God Goku and Vegeta? They are absolutely ridiculous. Vegeta is very strong. God Goku gaps a lot of the game. He's competing with not just the best TURs, but the best units in the game overall. Like, on global, is this God Goku like straight up like the 3rd or 4th best unit in the game? Probably, is what I'd say to that. I might have him like on global. He might just be straight up like 3rd or something. Like, I don't know. He's right up there anyways. But yeah, tell me what you guys think of God Goku. Tell me if you guys are going to summon for God Goku. I will be. He's too good not to summon for me. It depends on his banner, I guess, as well. But this God Goku is utterly dumb. And I'm sure a lot of people are very happy. The God Goku memes are over, guys. We finally got DOKKANFEST God Goku. It happened. So yeah, thanks for watching. And I will talk to you guys later.